Yo, yo.
What up? What up? My YouTube live's been acting weird today. I tried to go live twice earlier. It was 0 views for like 5 minutes. I think the algorithm, YouTube isn't pushing my live out to the feeds. So if it does it again on this one, I'm just gonna be done for the day. Maybe because of that long ass live I did last night. I don't know what's going on my YouTube channel. It's acting weird. Oh man. So I'm gonna just sit the phone down for a while. So ain't gonna be no talking for a little minute. I'm gonna just see the next couple of minutes what goes on. All right. Yo. What's up? What's up? I was using the bathroom, man. My YouTube is weird, acting weird today. It's not pushing my live out. You know, usually be around at least 8 people in the chat. I'm going live all day. Like I tried 3 times earlier. It was 0 views earlier. The car broke down today. Damn. You be having a bad day, and then you'll be driving and you'll see like a car accident or something like that. You be like, damn, man, it could always be worse. Imagine your ass getting an accident while I was That's one of the worst situations to be in. So you only get 3 notifications a day. Yeah, possible. So I just been having a lazy day, man, chilling. Man, I cleaned up and shit. Cleaned up around the house. But outside of that, man, I'm supposed to be getting a haircut. It's a barbershop literally walking distance right across the street. I don't even care to pay for that shit. I ain't in the mood to pay $40 for a cut. And I need a haircut. I need a haircut bad. I'm trying to get old lady to cut my hair or some shit. Or my little brother. Today was kind of just a blah day. Like I did a live stream late last night for 4 hours. I went to sleep around 3 in the morning. Supposed to be to work by 6. No, by 8. But I wake up around 6 something. I just called out. I ain't care. But I kind of already had it made up in my mind. I was gonna call out of work since yesterday. And I don't feel bad about it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even care, bro. I don't even care. I don't like not having no money, but man, it is what it is. I'm watching some spooky ass shit right now. Oh hell no. Nah. That man better get the fuck out of there. This some scary ass shit. What up, Mantra? A lady was pissed off earlier. Not really necessarily at me. She's stressed out about the rent. I guess on her end. I guess she doesn't know how she's gonna pay the rent. Like I said, I pay my rent to her or whatever, my little bit. So, don't be taking that shit out on me. I mean, that's what comes with having your own business. If you don't got enough clients, then shit, you know, all that entrepreneurship sound cool and all, but the reality is, it depend on your living situation. Your business gonna have to be able to cover the expenses and your lifestyle, man. If that's all that you depending on. Like I said, she got a few clients and stuff. That's cool, it's good. I mean, shit, she's doing something that most people wish they could do. I mean, you know, having their own little business going, their own LLC. Yeah, she got a few clients. It's just not enough. It's not enough. And it depends on what tax bracket you in. You know, you definitely gonna need a certain amount of clients to be able to help you take care of yourself. So you back on retention? Man, I ain't worried about no retention, man. That's at least my thoughts right now. Fuck all that. I ain't gonna say fuck it, but it's like, you know, I ain't dreading about no damn senior retention. I mean, you know, I'll get back on it eventually, but I ain't gonna lie, man. When I be stressed out and shit, man, I need to release, bro. I don't do drugs or nothing, so it's like, man, I need some form of stress relief. I mean, being sober in a fucked up situation is not easy. I mean, that's all I've been is sober, but you know what I'm saying? I don't got weed to cope with. I don't got all these drugs and shit. Alcohol I don't even drink. So like the least I could do every now and then watch some X-rated videos or something. I just like looking at bad bitches, man. Not making excuses. I'm just being real. You said every time I'm ahead financially. Yeah, that's how it be. That's how I be thinking that financial stuff is spiritual. That financial shit be spiritual, man. I swear I feel like that every time. Every time you get just a little bit of breathing room, like something want to knock you 3 steps back. You take 2 steps forward, someone want to knock you 3 steps back. Even when I'm on semen retention, weird shit start happening. I mean, I feel better about myself overall. I got more clarity, more clearer thinking, less brain fog. I feel sharper. I have, you know, decent amount of physical energy, mental energy, you know, like I know all the benefits and all that, but shit start to happen, man. Shit start to happen when I'm on semen retention. I talked about this in the past several times. Weird shit starts to happen. Like last time when I went on retention, I lost my security job. I won't blame it on semen retention, but it just kind of weird how shit does happen while you're on retention sometimes. You might get car problems, all kind of shit. Somebody might want to try you. It is like something is shifting in the atmosphere. You know, the semen retention is powerful. Something is taking place in the unseen realm. thing is, thing is, it's fucked up. You may be drawing, you know that saying, you are what you eat. What if you think so negative of yourself or you expect, quote, bad things to happen all the time? So when you don't see more attention, um, even though your aura is supposed to be getting stronger and shit to where you can uh manifest things to you, what if you're actually drawing negative things to you? What if you're drawing something more negative to you because that's all you really dwell on? Even though you're doing something positive, but your heart's not pure, your heart's not really clean, or whatever you want to call it. So you're drawing certain energy to you that's not really working in your favor. That's not in your, you know, in your best favor. Because when you go and see more attention on a spiritual level, your spirit, your aura begins to It sends off certain signals, and these entities in the spiritual realm, they can detect that. 'Cause you got to think spirits, they don't operate like a physical body. They don't have a physical set of eyes and stuff. A lot of stuff is based off light frequencies, vibrations. They can feel your aura is pulsating and it's vibrating, but you may be attracting certain dark entities to you that want to start fucking with you. And these might be entities that you have invited into your life. Depression, energies dealing with depression that carry, depression, anything low vibrational, envy, resent, guilt, shame. Guilt is actually the lowest form of consciousness. It's the lowest level of emotion that you can be in. Guilt. It's like really like a death sentence. Guilt is worse than anger. And anger is pretty bad, but anger could be used for good sometimes. Guilt is actually the most low vibrating emotion that you could be operating in. And a lot of us have guilt, whether you are aware of it or not. If you don't even like your life like that, you probably are dealing with guilt. You're dealing with guilt somewhere in your spirit. Guilt and shame. If you don't love yourself, you got some kind of guilt going on. You're ashamed to be yourself. So you're never going to be able to really spiritually grow. And it might be set up to where something's keeping you down. Like, something that's keeping you down, making sure you stay vibrating on a low level. Make sure you stay miserable. Make sure you never get free. Oh yeah, I know about all this shit. So when you don't care about the outcome, you become reckless. Oh yeah. When you stop caring about life, that's how it be. You just stop. It's kind of where I've been. It's kind of dangerous with a person that knows as much as I know to act ignorant. Cause I just don't be caring. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like you curse yourself when you do that. That's why sometimes the less you know, the better. When you hold a certain amount of knowledge and information, you're held accountable for that. If you're not applying that to your life, you're gonna suffer. And you may be doing it out of ignorance, not even out of lack of understanding. Most people just don't have a lack of understanding. Even the Bible says, "My people destroy for lack of knowledge," and all that shit. You may know what the fuck going on and still be going, doing the opposite, doing doing the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. Cause you're looking at your life, it's not going the way you wanted to go, so you just like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna crash out. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck whatever I feel like doing. What up, Mr. Hacker? For I am longing to see you, that I may share with you some spiritual gift to strengthen you. Yeah. He said, especially soul ties. Oh yeah, soul ties. Yeah, that's another thing too. Soul ties is like, it's real. And I've heard about this even back, as being a Christian, but just overall on a spiritual sense. Soul ties are real. And, you may have soul ties from people you had sex with. Soul ties just from people in your life. Just you being attached to somebody. You don't even have to be a person. It could be a thing, a place. You could be attached to a location. That's why it's hard for you to leave. You might be staying in a house. You have a soul tie attached to that house. Sometimes soul ties will hold you back too. Because how can you ever move forward or move to another phase into your life if you held bound by that soul tie. But yeah, when you have sex with somebody on a spiritual level, you do transfer energies and you do get stuff from them. Mainly the women though, mainly women they suffer more from that. That's why a lot of women are traumatized or mentally gone. They just emotionally overwhelmed and just fucked up. All the sex, you know what I'm saying? The guy really don't suffer as much as the woman. The man is giving it, the woman's taking it. And so she gathers all these personalities and energies and spirits from these guys that she fuck. Women that are whores and stuff. I'm not judging, but most people nowadays are fucking like crazy. So you're fucking so many different people and stuff. You're collecting so many different parts of them. Of course, you're not gonna realize it, you just see it as sex, but on a deeper level, that stuff will start to weigh heavy on you, man. You'll start acting a different way and not even know why. You might have adopted somebody else's, bad ways. It's like a soul tie, man. He said sometimes it's best to let one out. We're talking about with porn and all that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, it's pros and cons of everything. So I see it's like, yeah, porn for the most part is more on the negative end. But then again, it's really all perception. But it's good sometimes to let one out. But it really depends on your level of sexual discipline. If you a person and you act crazy and stuff when you don't let one out or whatever, you may have to let one out every now and then. Like if you can't just go for a while without touching yourself and not having these sporadic crazy thoughts, you might become a dangerous person. That's why you see these people in the news and stuff, they get in trouble for sexual harassment, sexual assault. Some of these people they have no sexual discipline and stuff. They go into a sex craved, rageful, act, and they do the most craziest things because they have no self-control, no discipline. Sometimes letting one out or whatever, it releases that steam and stuff. It releases that built up and pent up frustration. What we call horniness. You're horny and stuff. You're horny. It's your natural urge to want to fuck. Because really, to be honest, the only purpose for real as a human is to just reproduce. If we just be honest about it, the main purpose as an animalistic type of human in your animal nature is just to fuck. It's to reproduce. To eat, reproduce, and build shelter. and to you're gonna end up, using the bathroom and stuff, the shit, piss. All this other shit is just added on man-made shit over time throughout civilization. The building of civilization and society. Main thing was to reproduce, have a family, and provide shelter for the family. Bring food home for the family. Yeah, that's really like, like how animals act. We just have more complex thinking. So we're on a higher level than animals, but you still could say we're kind of somewhat animals to a degree. But that's the purpose of raising your consciousness, because when you're in your lower self, when you're operating in your root chakra, that's the lower chakra, the red. You're pretty much in your animalistic self. That's where you just worried about sex. You worried about, what I'm saying, things that don't really matter. That's the point. That's the whole concept of raising your chakra, raising your level of awareness and all that stuff. You're supposed to raise the higher levels. Um, you know, but yeah, semen retention can definitely, but you don't have to make semen retention doesn't have to make you reckless. It can. 'Cause I felt that before on semen retention. It makes you feel like you have a short tolerance for things. You feel a lot more confident, but you feel like you're just on the verge of snapping. But like I said, go back to having self-discipline. It doesn't have to have that effect on you. You can feel it, but you don't have to let it overtake you. And then you don't want to use that for an excuse. Well, I'm just mad because someone's semen retention. Like you don't really have to let it get to you like that. Like when I went on semen retention earlier, I mean not early, but like recently when I went 30 something days, like I felt good. I ain't gonna lie, for the most part, I felt good. Like some days it did hit. It's part of being human. You can't escape certain days, but you don't have to let it affect you too much. But you're gonna feel certain days where you just chemically imbalanced. You might just catch a headache. You might just be mad at shit. Don't even know what the fuck exactly what you're upset about. But you're gonna have to learn how to control your emotions to a degree. You know. But I just say the benefit of releasing here and there, or even watching porn, like whatever. It's like so you're just not out here acting crazy because some people out here they approaching these women and stuff. They just too overly hypersexual and too eager, and they may find themselves in a situation they're making a woman uncomfortable. Just because the thing is, you still got to understand the dynamic of the reality of what's going on nowadays. Just because you find a woman sexy and pretty, don't mean she gotta. You're not, it doesn't mean you're entitled for her attention, for her time. So you may be eager, feeling overly confident from all this quote semen retention shit, but then you go out there and make a girl uncomfortable and stuff because you overly confident, and now you don't find yourself on TikTok somewhere. A girl done recorded you talking about so you made her uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, it's pros and cons of everything. But then you gotta know how to have self control too. But you see all these guys getting caught up in the news and stuff, catching all these sexual cases, because some motherfuckers got no sex control, no sexual discipline. They too fucking eager and too excited, man. When I've been on semen retention, your ass want to talk damn near to any girl you find attractive. I ain't gonna. I felt that before, and that's good. But it's like we in a different day and age, man. Everybody ain't open to talk. Especially you gotta understand what kind of man you are. You know how women perceive you for the most part. You can be confident in yourself, but you still gotta be real with yourself. If you don't look a certain way, if you're in a certain type of status of a man, you can't just be going up to every bitch, letting your nuts hang and shit. I mean, you can. But you got to do so with precaution. Yeah, your ass do wanna your ass will wanna approach when you don't see my attention. It'll make you wanna talk to any bitch. So if you dealing with anxiety, you kind of shy and stuff. If you go and see my attention long enough, it's gonna make you want to talk to somebody. You'll find yourself striking a small conversation with a girl in a store or something, even if it's a compliment, a small talk, or telling her, "Oh, I like your shoes," you just start off small. You have a good day, then go from there. And then I ain't gonna lie, most people are gonna respond to you well, even if she don't find you attractive. She'll be receptive to your approach, as long as you're not doing no weird, goofy shit, no cornball shit. Some guys just be doing too much. They don't know how to read the room. They have no situational awareness. um, they don't know how to take no for an answer. So that's when they become creeps. That's when you becoming a creep. And some guys are becoming creeps unwillingly. They don't even know. Don't even know they're doing creep shit. That's the scary part. When someone doesn't know they're being a creep, that's not a good combination. Into that spirit stuff. What you mean, man? How long you been watching me, Malik? Yeah, like you a first day subscriber. That's like asking me, am I into big booty Latinas? Are you into big booty Latinas? You know, I've heard you talk about big booty Latinas 1,000 times. You said this life is just not fun or magical anymore. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I be feeling, I ain't gonna lie. But the more and more I be thinking about death, like I ain't gonna, I won't, I get, yeah, I've been thinking about death quite a bit often, man. And not in the sense like I used to think about it before, but I still, I get, I ain't gonna lie, I get a tad bit of anxiety thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie. Only because, you know, I'm not really exactly sure how much of what I do here will affect what goes on in the transition into the other realm. You know what I'm saying? But I will say I don't believe in the heaven and hell shit. So I will, you know, I don't feel nervous about that. But I do feel it's just it's the unknown that makes people a little uneasy about certain you know, things. He said, if you don't have a plan or a goal, there's no point in jumping on semen retention. Yeah, you know. I mean, semen retention is not bad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should even have gotten to the point semen retention is a movement. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It should even got to the point where it's a challenge just to be on semen retention. But it's that bad. It goes to show you there's so many distractions and traps set up around us now, man. And I talked about this before. Think about it back then. Our ancestors or whatever, people of the old age, they didn't have all these lustful traps and temptations like we do now. And the bitches weren't as bad as they are now. Let's be real. It wasn't a bunch of BBL booties walking around shaking their ass on Instagram and shit. It's just so many different outlets to be sucked into now, man. So many ways to be drawn into a lustful trap. But it's gotten so bad, motherfuckers are struggling to do something they're supposed to be doing naturally. Like you're holding your semen is supposed to be something just like low key. It's like breathing. Like you're not supposed to be thinking about it. Some motherfuckers can't even go a day without touching themselves. It's like, oh, it's like it's a strain just to not touch a dick. You know what I'm saying? It just goes to show how bad it's gotten. Some motherfuckers will cry if you told them, yeah, you gotta go 2 weeks. 2 weeks without watching porn, bro, or 2 weeks without masturbating. But some motherfuckers, I swear to God, some motherfuckers will be depressed. You know? that's just reality, man. He said, my bad, bro. Yeah, this nigga asked me if I'm in the spirit stuff. Like, bruh. I mean, you can look at my profile picture and maybe assume a nigga might be in some kind of spiritual shit, like, you know. But Malik, you been around, man, for a little while, man. You should know. I talk about spiritual stuff here and now. What up, J-Mon? You said I'm on 432 hours of semen retention. Oh, yeah? I see what you did there. 432 hertz. That's the vibration, the frequency of the earth. You say eat, sleep, work, and pay bills and taxes. That's all motherfuckers are doing, man, huh? Just motherfuckers out here just surviving. Motherfuckers ain't even living for it. We just surviving, huh? Most motherfuckers just out here surviving, man. It's like you in the water in your head, just above the water. That's the position most people are in nowadays. Your head just above the water. Some motherfuckers, they nose just above the water. That's how I be feeling. Sound like I got to encourage the cowardly dog. So what's your views on money? Money? I mean, I don't know what angle you want me to hit it from. I mean, money is, I ain't gonna lie, you need that goddamn moolah, man. You need that money. That dinero, that dollar, man. I ain't gonna lie, that money make the world go round. In this realm, in this world that we in, like you need money in society, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It depends on your perspective on life and where you place your values. If you want to be somebody in this world, if you want to be seen, if you want to feel valued in this society, you need money. I ain't gonna lie. You need money. You're nobody in this world if you ain't got no money. Some real shit. You're a nobody. You really have no value. But like I said, depending on where you place your values. Now, if you like a religious motherfucker or some kind of spiritual mother, you might not put all your, values into money and shit like that. You might not really hold it to a high standard. You will know you still need it, but you're not gonna worship it. But if you want to make it in this world and quote be somebody on some, personal self-development shit, on some hustle culture shit, you need money, bro. You definitely need some money. Nigga, you can't even date. You can't even date be seen as a possible option for a partner without no money. And that's the thing too. Like, it's making it harder to date now. It's making it harder to date now. I mean, dating is already trash, right? It's already going downhill now. But motherfuckers talking about they can't even afford to date nowadays. That's another problem, especially with Gen Z. They're gonna have motherfuckers can't even date. So the niggas that's already balling this shit and got it going for themselves, they gonna have a upper and a better advantage than most people, who ain't really got it going on like that. Unless you walking around looking like a damn fashion model, nigga, you gonna need some money or something for some hoes to give you the time of day. Being real, man. And then that's fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? That struggle of shit don't exist no more. That's some shit back in the days. We just got their own way to make money. They don't need no money. They don't need no help from a man. Back then, a bitch, they'll do struggle love and shit, The man and the woman in the relationship both struggling, but they sticking together. You're not gonna really see that nowadays. Cause why waste your time with your struggling ass? They give somebody else who got it going on, who got their own car, who got their own place, who got a decent job. And we ain't talking about just hood bitches and shit. Hood bitches will fuck anybody or whatever. Most girls with logical sense are gonna put they're gonna be in a hypergamy, you know what I'm saying? Like they want something that's gonna provide resources, that's gonna help her look good, it's gonna help her reputation. She wants to be in a comfortable situation for her and her child or her soon-to-be child. They're not be trying to get locked down with no bum. They might fuck a bum, but they ain't trying to settle down with no bum. Shit, but then too, money could be spiritual. Money could be spiritual, man. I mean, you could take different angles on this topic about money. Some people, goddamn, got a curse, a generational curse, man. Everybody in your family struggled. That's gonna be some shit you're gonna have to break off of you. Or fast to get off of, you know what I'm saying? If it has to go there. Like some people said, like Muhammad said earlier, and I've said it before in the past, it seemed like every time you get ahead or you got some savings or something, or you're trying to do well for yourself, it's like something to happen. I mean, to me, it's not a coincidence, man. If it's a constant, reoccurring thing, you gotta step back and really analyze that shit and ask yourself, like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, like it could be some spiritual shit tied behind that stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And got your root chakra, your solar chakra, not your solar, your sacral. Your sacral chakra is the chakra that's connected with the financial shit. If you want to look at it from a spiritual standpoint, but your chakra, your sacral chakra probably closed or fucked up or swollen. You know, that bitch not spinning freely. But anyways, I just tried to hit it from two different angles. I talked about the physical part of it, then I talked about the spiritual part of it. But anyways, do you wish you had rich parents? To be honest, my mom is my mom is doing pretty well. Like, I won't say they're rich, but my mom and stepdad, they doing pretty well. Now, you talking about like rich, like CEO type rich and all that? I mean, that wouldn't hurt to have that. That wouldn't hurt to have that. But I'm not the type to leech, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be that guy. I don't want to be that child or that son that leeches off their parents and stuff, you know. Yeah, you'll bring your parents stress and stuff. But some people feel like shit. Your parents brought you into this world. Some parents even tell you, like, man, I look after my kids. I've heard somebody say that before. I look after my kid because they ain't actually be here. And I feel like that's not a bad take to have. That's not a bad viewpoint to have. Because your kid didn't actually be here. So I feel like if your kid do need help, as long as they ain't curse you and do all kind of shit, try to kill your ass, I mean, you should be there for your kid. Now, of course, they need to learn how to take care of stuff on their own so they aren't fully dependent on you as a parent, but you still got to hold, I ain't gonna lie, you got to hold some kind of accountability for bringing this motherfucker in here. Like, that's true, man. They ain't actually be here. Let's be honest. Most parents acting out of selfishness, bringing kids into the world. They're out here having lustful, out of wedlock ass sex, bringing all these baby kids out here into the world. Then they'll take out their frustration on them kids and stuff. Cause I'm gonna be honest, a lot of y'all motherfuckers, I ain't gonna say y'all, but a lot of motherfuckers low key are accidental babies. You're not gonna know, they ain't gonna tell you that, but a lot of motherfuckers are just accidents. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're still here. You know what I'm saying? But you might not have been really 100% intended to be here. I mean, you wasn't planned. Some parents, they do it the quote proper way. They get married and they do it the traditional way. They do it the right way. And okay, we're gonna have sex tonight, baby, and I'm gonna bust a nut at you. We're gonna have a beautiful, healthy baby. We're gonna name it Clarence, who lives with his parents, looking at. You might have just been a fucking one night stand, baby. You never know. Oh, motherfucker look good. I want to fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. You pregnant? No, don't have the baby. I'm having your baby. Don't do it. You might be one of them babies. You never know. Your parents might disagree not to ever bring it up to your ass because what he don't know don't hurt him. And all that matters is we love him. You know? So some parents, man, when you low-key accidental baby, it would show in how they treat you as you get older. You might low-key feel some kind of like tension. You might not can't really understand it, but they probably resent your ass low-key. Like, they might feel like you ruined their life. Even though they had your ass, they might feel like you ruined their life, man. And they might take that shit out on you. Have your ass trying to pay the bills and shit. You probably 17, 18. You ain't even like a real full grown adult yet. They say you staying with your parents. And they want you to pay the bills and shit. Help pay the bills. And like, damn, man. How the motherfucker ever gonna be able to move out? Like, you trying to live off your child and shit because you feel like, oh, you brought me all this stress trying to raise your ass. Now you old enough. Now you need to help your mama or help your, you know what I'm saying? A lot of parents do that shit too. Really out of spite. Some parents hate their kids. I ain't gonna lie. What up, JJ the jet plane? What up, man? He said, could you live a happy life outside of city, money, focused life? Just land. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, man, since I was little, I always envisioned my fantasy world is like I used to say this. I don't think about it anymore. My fantasy place to be is like an island, which is beautiful plantation grass and shit, and good weather. Like I feel like that's all I need, bro. And of course, of course, shit to eat. But for starters, just a good, nice island, no stress, and it's just free, man. It's just, man, free spirited, man. Like I could live off of that. I could, man. I do have times I'm attached to my phone and stuff, but I think the true me, I don't mind, cause I'm good at entertaining myself. I've always been like that since I was a kid. I never been a follower like that. I don't really need people's company, you know. But I could hang, man. I could be by myself, man. Shit, I'll talk to myself after, and I'm just saying, like, I'm answering your question. Like, yeah, I could live outside the city life. I could live an isolated, secluded life, man, and be just fine. I don't want I would like to see some ass and titties every now and then, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that part probably drive me crazy after a while. Like I'll be cool at first, but after a while, like, damn, I need to see some bitches. I'm just being real, but you know. What up, Jamar? It's 719 in Virginia. Said, why date if you broke? Better grind and get your money up. Yeah, yeah. Dating ain't, yeah, if you broke, there ain't no point in dating. But see, I'm just saying it's different nowadays. Like back then, you could date while barely having money to your name. You could find a relationship. But that shit dead now. That shit dead now. You look like you ain't got shit going for yourself. A bitch is not trying to talk to you. You putting into just too much competition and too much to compare each other to. So like they go on Instagram see all this shit. It's like, and you can't even blame them, man. You can call them superficial and shit, but it's like it just is what it is. Everybody wants to elevate in one way or another. I mean, some bitches do take it too far or whatever. They constantly monkey branching. They hopping from one nigga to the next nigga and shit. But it's like, I just at this point you just gotta just let bitches be bitches, man. Let them do what they do. That's just what come with the game. It's hypergamy on steroids. And then it really boils down to the man you are. If you can get a pass with being broke, or just bringing a vibe to a situation, so a girl's just okay with just you as you are, she might not care what the fuck you got. She might not care you don't got a car or something like that. But it's only select. It's only certain niggas. I ain't gonna say select niggas. It's only a certain portion of men that could just bring themselves as they are, and the girl is just cool with that. If you ain't really click on all cylinders like that, so when you got that charisma that girls just attracted to, you gonna have to bring more to the table, man. I ain't gonna lie. Most of us average guys out here, we can't just show up, you know what I'm saying? Just, well, here I am. Like, nigga, you have to come with something else. Like, but then too is why it's important. It's why you gotta find a girl who like you for you as well. But most girls ain't trying to do that struggle love shit, man. They ain't trying to get with no broke nigga. But yeah, you got made a point. So he don't want no broke girl either. What Chris Brown said, but I don't fuck with broke bitches. Bad bitch wanna lay with me. I took her to the bed with me. But yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of these girls be broke too. So we can't forget about that. They be just as broke as these niggas they talk about. They just get, they get more a little sympathy or whatever. But a lot of these girls, they be harassing their parents and shit. They be hounding and harassing their parents for money and stuff like that. Then they got some men simp for them. You know, not every girl's capable of having simps like that. I mean, most girls can, but some girls ain't gonna lie. Some girls really in a rough spot, man. Depending on how they look. The more prettier you are, the more resources you'll have as a woman. That's just how it is. I mean, let's say you driving on the side of the road, right? Let's say you driving on the road, and to your left, stranded on the side of the road, car broke down, is a pretty woman. And to the right is a woman, but she's on the rougher side. I ain't gonna say ugly, but y'all know what I mean. The bitch ugly, and you just like, damn. You gonna feel more compelled to want the lady to the left, the pretty woman. Let's just be honest. Like you just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to help either of them hoes, deep down inside, you gonna feel more drawn to one. It just is what it is, man. Like you know, me personally, I mean, I'm not trying to sound indifferent, but I don't really look at it like that. I just got a good heart. If I'm in the right mood that day, I just help whatever. Like shit, if I come by the ugly chick first, if I felt like it, I'll just help her. But I think most humans will be more drawn to helping the more attractive person. But anyway, I need to get out the house. I need to do something this weekend. I'm 25 and not getting any younger. I feel like I wasted my 20s somewhat. Yeah, you at that age, 25, man. 25 is when you really start evaluating and reevaluating your life. When you're 25, that's like a major milestone as a man. My dad had that talk with me before I turned 25. He told me, son, when you get 25, you know, that's when you might start feeling depressed if you ain't where you want to be in life. And yeah, you know, I ain't gonna lie, my dad, my real dad, you know, I ain't gonna lie, he's had talks with me throughout my life, you know what I'm saying? Cause he kind of had a rough life, you know. But he was always real with me about certain things. And I ain't gonna lie, man. He ain't never lied, bro. Like anything he's told me, I've had to deal with it in one way or another, or I come to find out why he told me what he told me, you know, because he been there before. He been there before, you know. And a parent with good insight, low key, they kind of know how their child is, so they probably gonna know what you're gonna run into, and they kind of want to give you a heads up type shit. And my dad always kind of showed me tough love, you know. Like I said, my real dad didn't raise me, but he just always was concerned about me to a degree. You know, he told me that when I was like 16, 17. He's like, man, I worry about you, man. How you gonna be in the real world and stuff. And that was a valid concern because, you know, I was a late bloomer. He saw how I was being raised by my mom and shit. My mom was kind of raising me soft or whatever. But you know, he saw it, man. And it's been an uphill battle, I ain't gonna lie. Since I've been grown, man, it's been sort of an uphill battle, a challenge. Because I didn't have all the properly aligned social experiences I was supposed to have to sort of groom me into this quote real life, this adult world or whatever. So I had to take L's and find shit out the hard way and fall down, get back up, fall down, get back up, more than the average person would. And it affected all areas of my life. I mean, even finding a job was hard when I was 18. I didn't know how the fuck to walk into a establishment and ask for applicant. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about even little things like that. I wasn't even prepared for that shit. How to really even get a job. I needed help finding my first job. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad had to help me find my first job. And I was at fucking McDonald's. I worked there for a couple months. And I vowed to never work at fast food ever again in my life. Well, technically my first job was working with kids and stuff, but I was in high school or whatever. I was working at YMCA. That was pretty cool. But like my first job, I guess you want to say, was at McDonald's, man. So being a late bloomer affected me trying to find jobs. Just really just social. When you're behind on social development in this world, it's about being social. If you can't be social or be on a social frequency as everybody else that you're supposed to be on, apparently, like you're gonna feel it, man. You're gonna quickly see that you're a misfit in the society, man. You're gonna get judged for it. You're not gonna fit in. Things gonna be harder for you. People look at you and treat you like a damn alien. It's like you're socially retarded. Then it's gonna affect your love life, if you want to call it that. Your love, or if you want to call it love, you know what I'm saying, your sex life, things of that nature. Because it all ties in together, man. Shit, how you're gonna connect with people, and then how you're gonna connect more specifically with girls. They're gonna sense something's off about you, or something. You're quote different. If you don't have a certain, if you don't fit a certain stereotype, uh, you know, hey, then you can go a little more deeper and further. You're a certain type of culture or race or ethnicity. There's certain things subconsciously that you just need to kind of have to click on certain cylinders. And if you're not clicking on them or checking off on them boxes, motherfuckers ain't gonna find you attractive, man. Or they're gonna find you as lame, goofy, corny. you know, it's just real shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave this live up, man, because but you said I have barely any success with women, no real friends, but I'm going to purchase a house in the next year probably. So that's good. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, most people are nowhere in a position to purchase a house. So at least you got that going for you. But just focus on that. But I wouldn't, don't put all your faith into once you get a house and all the bitches gonna come swarming you and stuff. They're all gonna come flocking to you. But it could open up doors. You never know. I would just say be neutral in your level of expectations. I wouldn't set the bar too high on what to expect. Because you want to be walking around depressed and disappointed. Like, damn, man. Some people think they get a car, they think their life gonna change overnight. And you're just gonna be a lonely ass nigga around the car around town. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like that. Or get your own spot, whether it's an apartment, a house, or whatever. Like, shit might still be the same in your social life. I mean, at least you got your own place of security, your own place to reside and sleep in, but you might still be in a drought. But yeah, man. Like when I had my own apartment and shit, man, 2021, that was good. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good accomplishment. That was a good accomplishment, man. Get my own apartment. I just woke up one day, had $1,384 in my account. I don't know how I got there. I mean, like I had a little bit of money in my account, like probably like $100-something, maybe like $100-something, but then I had money added to my account out of nowhere in 2020. Towards the end of 2020, then I used that money to get an apartment, like November, December, and then I, had that apartment for almost a year. I just woke up one day, had a bunch of money in my account. I thought about it before. Not trying to sound spooky or magical, but like I was doing like rituals and shit at the time. Just kind of experimenting with shit, throwing shit against the wall. It's like 2020, I was going crazy with it because I had just started practicing, or getting into the metaphysics and esoteric shit. So I was just trying a bunch of little, I ain't gonna lie, I did get some spiritual attacks and stuff. I did get fucked up a couple times, but I ain't gonna lie, I did some shit. And one day I just woke up. And had a bunch of money in my account out of nowhere. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe a good Samaritan just put it in my account. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, I had my own apartment, right? Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Being in a drought in your own place, Like it feel good. Like it feels so good, man. Being able to walk around. I had a little sofa. I mean, it was a I was paying $790 or something like that for rent. It was something like that. It was around $800. Paying 790 a month, and I had a table. My granddad helped me move in. I had a table. I got a table from Craigslist or some shit. For those who know Craigslist, you could buy stuff off of there or sell stuff. Had a table with like 5 chairs around it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't got no visitors, nothing like that. My family barely visited me. They might have came like once or twice. But I was alone. I ain't care for people to visit me anyway. I guess it was just for home decor, decoration and shit. Had a little sofa I got from Craigslist. Had a stain on it. You know what I'm saying? Like a grayish green sofa. You know what I'm saying? For the living room. I had a TV. I never even uh operated. I never turned on this TV the whole time I was at this apartment. Swear to God. It was just sitting on the ground. It was a big flat screen TV just sitting there. Because I didn't really care to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't start watching TV till I got involved with old lady. You know what I'm saying? So I started going over to her house. In 2023. Like I wasn't watching TV and nothing like that. I was so behind on movies and shows and shit. I just had my phone. But anyways, yeah. Most days I just be on the sofa, man. On my phone. Every now and then I read. I write songs and stuff. I was trying to do affirmations. I had affirmations taped to my mirror in the bathroom and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, for the most part, I would just go walk the lake and come home. Like literally, that's all, bro. I'll go walk the lake sometimes, go exercise out there, work out, do some burpees, walk the lake, see beautiful girls, and they feel depressed low key. You know what I'm saying? I feel depressed. I mean, I did a couple cold approaches here and there, and I just come home, sit down, and that's really all that was to it, man. Like 2021 was a depressing year, low key. Like it wasn't super super sad, but it was kind of depressing. I'll go to work, working at a warehouse job. It was all right. It was an all right job. Some girls at work or whatever, but nothing ever that led to anything. Just work there, come home. Friday nights are they always hit hard, man. Because like everybody going home. Some people sound excited. They got family to go home to, or their girlfriend, or whoever, they spouse or significant other. And I'm just coming home to an apartment, man. I was up on the second floor, so I walk upstairs, open the door, turn the light on. You know what I'm saying? Walk to the refrigerator if I'm hungry. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. That living by yourself shit sometimes. If you ain't got no pussy in your life, bro, that's just reality, man. Like that shit get kind of like that shit hit. See, people ain't gonna talk about all that like that. But he said on me, I didn't even receive a notification. That's what I'm saying. Like my YouTube acting weird, bro. It's like it's typically supposed to be like other people that typically be in the chat. But I think YouTube is acting weird, man. They haven't been pushing my live out today. So I don't really see the typical subscribers that be in the chat. Man, come on, man. Chill out, DeMarcus. What up, Copper? He said, people at my job all got families, but I know a lot of them aren't happy in their household. Yeah. Oh, you said you wish you had those problems? Yeah. Oh, you saying you wish you just saying you wouldn't mind having behind closed doors type of problems with your family and shit? Like if you had a wife or a girlfriend? You saying that's better than nothing? I mean, shit, everybody different. Some people say it's better to have love, or some people say it's better to not have love than to love and get hurt. And some people say it's better just to go through it. I mean, what do y'all think? But you gotta admit, some people may say, yeah, it's better to not have love than to have loved and got hurt. But I ain't gonna lie, man. You gotta think about it, man. When you take your last breath, that's a sad life to live. You never fell in love, bro, or so-called fell in love. You know how embarrassing it is when a girl asks you, let's say it's an associate or coworker or a female buddy, asks you, "Have you ever been in love?" And you gotta find a way to tell her no without saying no, unless you just flat out tell her no. You know how they'll look at you, bro, like because everybody's been so-called in love, man, at least at some point in their life. And those are typically in your prime years. That's why if you at a certain age and you haven't quote been in love yet, I ain't gonna lie, man. You that's pretty much telling you where you stand. That's telling you what the outcome of your overall love and sex life is gonna be moving forward for the most part. 'Cause your pinnacle years, your young years, that's when you're supposed to experience all the so-called heartbreak, your first heartbreak, getting your heart hurt, you know. If you missed out on that, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. You definitely a late bloomer. Or you just an outcast. An outcast to the pits of hell, man. That shit probably so bad, that shit probably uh has a certain smell on you, man. You probably walk around with us. I just thought of this shit, man. You probably walking around, you probably such a misfit. You probably got a certain smell to you. A distinct odor that the quote normal people could pick up on. You're like, bruh, I guess it goes in with the whole aura shit. Maybe people could feel something on you. Oh, he hasn't experienced this. Like they don't even know exactly what it is, but they just know something quote off about you. You ever had that thought before? Like, yeah, I wonder if people can just tell. Like, yeah, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, sometimes people could tell. Sometimes people can tell. Now, unless you just a person that plays off real good, you might can get away with it to where they can't look at you and tell. But if they interact with you enough, then they'll be able to tell. Because you're gonna tell yourself on certain things you talk about, whether you realize it or not. You're gonna say something, and they're gonna be able to register that you're a little behind, or you're a little socially imbalanced. Something's off about you. You know what's crazy, man? Like, you down bad when you're down bad when any woman that give you just any type of good energy, and I know some of y'all can relate to this. Like I said, I'm gonna keep the live up because everybody not in the live chat, like typically, because YouTube acting funny. So when you go back and watch it, people have related to when a woman just give you just the slightest bit of good energy or whatever, even if she just being nice, your ass start to get attached to her. I mean, it could be anything. She might just be a little extra nice to you, more than usual and shit. You know you down bad, bro, when you start to fantasize about this bitch. Like this bitch is lingering on your mind longer than usual. Like, bro, don't tell me y'all can't relate to that shit, man. If you a misfit, you definitely done experienced that at some point. And the sad thing is, I ain't gonna say sad, but the crazy thing is, it don't matter how the bitch look. She could be rough looking. She could be rough looking. You might find yourself low key thinking about this bitch, because that might be the only good energy, or like only good energy that you got from a woman in a long time. You'll find yourself reminiscing on a regular old mid chick, man. You know what I'm saying? And you may not even really like her like that for real. But it's just something inside of you, it yearns and it desires that connection with somebody. So you just kind of like, something inside of you is kind of saying, man, fuck it, bro, I entertain it. And she don't even really fuck with you like that, like onto that level. She might just be I don't know, looking at you on a cordial level, like you just cool. But something inside of you, like we all deeply want some kind of social connection with the opposite sex. preferably a girl we find attractive. That's just nature, you know. You have to become numb to this. If you feel like you can't obtain that, you can't get that, you have to kind of force yourself to become numb to that, and I guess quote accept it. But deep down, your true natural self, you wanna mingle with something. You wanna connect with a girl. So naturally, that's gonna hurt and affect your mental health, your emotional health. If you're not getting what you're supposed to naturally get due to your environment, your situation, your circumstance, it don't matter what is holding you back. That yearn to get what you want is still, and you're not able to reach it. That's what it causes mental health problems. You're not getting your quote necessities, you know, your biological necessities. You're not getting it. It's kind of like being in solitary confinement, man. Motherfuckers start turning mentally ill, start talking to themselves, they start scratching at the walls, you know, they start picking at their skin. Because it's like, bro, that's not a natural environment, man. That's not a natural state to be in. And you're being held there against your will. So what is there for a motherfucker to do? So people having porn addiction and shit, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna judge niggas, man. You know, I'm not even gonna judge niggas who say they struggling, man. I can't, man. I ain't got no girl, bro. Shit. I gotta touch my meat, bro. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna judge them, bro. Like, it is what it is, man. Niggas ain't getting what they want. Shit. What the fuck is that nigga to do? I mean, if you want to be on similar attention, cool, man. But I'm not gonna judge the next nigga. You could tell him things and try to push him to a quote more positive direction, but it's all perspective, man. You know, and whatever he does, man. Hey, as long as he ain't out here killing people and shit, let him do what he do, man. Some people are very hypersexual. I'm a very hypersexual person. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm a freak, but it's like I'm not really able to exercise my shit for real. That's really what's depressing about the shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not able to exercise your hyper masculinity that's inside of you, your goddamn kundalini, your sexual energy. But you still have to live a normal life and act like everything cool. You know, hey, how your day going? Oh, it's going all right. It's going good. Yeah. Motherfucker, you feel like you dying inside, man. And all people gonna tell you is, man, well, work on yourself. Like, nigga don't know that. Motherfucker, I know that shit. Whole ass nigga. You said, what up, Ava? What up, man? You said, at my job, I try not to interact with the women in the building office because they all gossip and I know they talk about me. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's the thing of being around women, too, because women get bored. And they'll start turning their attention towards anything that's in proximity. Anything that's close in proximity. They'll just get bored and talk about your ass one day. You know what? Now I think about it. Yeah, he's just kind of weird, ain't he? He don't ever really, he always be to himself. He ain't really talk. He talk to you? Oh, girl, he don't really talk to me. I'm thinking he's shy. Maybe he gay. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Girls, they'll sit around and start talking about your ass. Women to talk, man. Especially black women. Especially if you a brother and there's a black woman around, boy. They'll start getting curious about your ass. They'll just start, yeah, we got a black girl. Because I know you've seen this before. A black girl just kind of look you up and down. She just looking at you. It is not like a look like they want to eat you alive. It's a look like, what the fuck this nigga got going on? I know y'all done seen that look before. Don't play though. If you a misfit black nigga, you definitely don't experience that from black girls, bro. Because you don't fit that stereotype. They gonna look at you like, what happened? So yeah, bitches will gossip about your ass, bro. Bitches will gossip about your ass. Yeah, you know that look. You know that look too damn well. Tell like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. There's a nigga in the background listening. He know that look too. He just ain't typing. You know that look, fuck nigga. But yeah, man. Yeah, bitches look at your ass like something wrong with you and shit. Cause you different. You different. I had a black bitch tell me flat out, man, you just different. I ain't gonna lie, I think she ended up having a crush on me, but she did tell me though, and it confirmed what I was thinking. Like I always thought, I bet people be thinking I'm like different and shit, you know. And she confirmed it. You know, she just said something that other people thought but never said. But we was cool, so she told me what was on her mind. That's why it's cool if you ever in a situation to get a female friend or a buddy or associate, especially if it's a black girl, it's good. Cause they not gonna hold back. They gonna give you insight. They gonna tell you about yourself. And that was the benefit of having this connection with this particular coworker I had a few years back. She was just open with me, you know. And I ain't gonna be honest with y'all. I had to ask her, like, do I come off as gay? Cause I just wanna, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not, but I just wanted to see what a girl think. Cause you know, when you different as a nigga, and you carry yourself different and shit, you don't fit the expected behaviors and all that. Like I ain't gonna lie. Some bitches see your ass as gay or some shit. You know, she was like, nah, I don't know. She said nothing about you said you gay or whatever. So I just want a black girl perspective. I know a black girl not gonna lie to your ass. A black girl gonna tell you. You know, because I had a coworker, a dude asked me one time, like, oh yeah, you got a girlfriend? And I was like, nah, I ain't got no girl. Cause we know me who was cool, you know what I'm saying? We talk about boxing and shit or whatever. He was an older Puerto Rican dude. He just flat out asked me, are you gay? I'm like, what makes a nigga ask that shit? Am I gay? Because I said I got a girlfriend. Like, because before I used to just avoid that. I try to beat around the question. Because even on my YouTube, I'll say back then, like, yeah, don't ever tell nobody you don't got a girlfriend. Just say something like, well, nothing serious. It just prevents weird questions and shit, assumptions. Well, why you don't got a girlfriend? Looking at it, like, yeah, nigga asked me, like, are you gay? And I just kind of like, I didn't take it too serious because I know what I'm about. But I was like, nah, man, I said, nah, I don't do all that, man. You know, because the shit was getting kind of awkward. So I'm not about to snap on the nigga. Because like I said, we was cool. So, but just the fact he felt so blunt to ask me that shit. So I went and told the black girl. Like I said, the black girl was cool. That's why this conversation came about. I was like, man, you know what? His name was John. I said, you know what John asked me, bro? It's like, what he said? And she got that weird look on her face. Like, what he said? You know that look the girls have? What he said? You know, by this time we had a good rapport and shit. Like, man, that nigga said, he asked me, was I gay? Because he asked me if I had a girlfriend. I said no. And she was like, that's weird. I was like, okay. Because I was thinking to myself, that is weird for a dude, another dude that, you know, that's not a normal response. If someone says they don't have a girlfriend, why is the first thing on your mind is you that's you're projecting. You're projecting. That's what I took that as. And I low-key started feeling comfortable around that motherfucker after that shit. Because that's not a normal response. If you have somebody have a girlfriend, they say no, you might just be like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. And you just carry on. You're not gonna be like, oh, are you gay? That's like, nigga, I don't know. But anyways, he said, I'm that nigga in the background. Yes, I definitely can confirm it. Oh, that my man, boy, like you know. You sound that nigga in the background. Oh, that look that black girls give you. Yeah, I was just talking shit. Yeah, that look that black girls give you, man. It's like that. That shit horrible, bro. I ain't gonna say it's horrible, but it's annoying. If you walk into a room with black girls right now as a misfit nigga, like, you're gonna get that look. If you're around them long enough, you will see it. And multiple of them gonna give it to you. They're just gonna give you this weird up and down scan They just like, what planet is this nigga from? Now, if you were this typical Ray Ray Pookie type nigga, right? And I hate to use that term, but y'all, I have to do that to get my point across. Y'all know what I'm saying. If you like the typical Ray Ray Pookie type nigga, you know, it'll be a different response from them. But because of who you are, and you don't fit that narrative, you're gonna get this weird up and down look. Almost like a look of concern. Like they're concerned about, you know, what is in their presence. This isn't the norm. This ain't Daquan, no. Who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? But it's black girls for you, man. But he said I had a coworker in construction ask me if I was gay as an apprentice. That's the type of fuck ass coworker shit I can't stand. Hey, bro. Hey, man, that shit crazy, man. And like I said, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? As long as the nigga didn't try me or nothing funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still offensive, I ain't gonna lie. Like, to jump to that conclusion or assumption. But it's like, bruh, come on, man. You know. But niggas be really projecting them. They really be projecting what they got going on inside of them. And if you know you're not that, you don't even got to overreact to it. That's why I didn't overreact. I was just like, nah, I don't do all that, man. You know. Some people want that reaction out of you. But if I sit here and say, oh, man, I snapped on that nigga, man. Nigga, don't ask me no gay ass shit. Like, then motherfucker be thinking, oh, why did it affect you so bad? You know. It's really like a lose-lose situation. But the best thing to do is don't overreact to that shit. Don't overreact. You know. He said, I just be telling them straight up, no, I don't have one. I don't give a fuck no more. Or about the girlfriend, yeah. At this point, it's like, yeah, I don't got no girl, man. I don't got no girl. Because I feel like nowadays, I ain't gonna lie, it should be a little more understandable. I think within the span of the last few years, it should be understandable, man, that it's kind of fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, I ain't gonna lie. You saying you don't have a girlfriend, that's damn like a death sentence. It would have felt like. Nowadays, that shit should be completely understandable. Like, yeah, it is. It's rough out here, man. You know, they might even relate to you. They might just answer your question for you. If you say no, they might just assume the better. Like they might, oh, well, yeah, it is rough out here, man. To find you a dope shawty, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is tough out here, man. These hoes out there, you know, you just gotta go along with that shit. But you might can't get a girl just because girls ain't fucking with you. But whatever they come up with for you, shit, just roll with the punches, nigga. Roll with that shit. And they saying some real shit. I mean, you know, it is tough to find a good girl. But you know your situation to the fullest. You know what it really is. Hoes probably just ain't fucking with you, period. And this shit really is something you can't even control for real. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you can't really help that, man. If bitches don't fuck with you like that, they just don't. You might find one every blue moon or some shit like me. It might be one every blue moon. Like, my problem is I just don't go outside. I don't go outside as much. But typically be a girl that's within, like I said, close proximity. For example, a coworker or some shit like that. That's the only time I may interact or engage with a woman. Outside of that, I don't go nowhere, you know. I don't have friends to really go out like that to look appealing enough. Being by yourself all the time, that ain't really attractive. But at work, I can get away because I have to be at work. Everybody goes to work by themselves for the most part, unless you're working with your goddamn sibling or spouse. So you can play that off. As long as a bitch think you kind of cool or whatever, a bitch might crush on you a little bit. If you got, you know, if she think you're a little bit handsome. But the minute they feel like you kind of lame or something weird off about you, it will definitely lower their attraction for you. That's why it's best to limit your interaction if you can. Let them do most of the talking. You know, all that open up about your personal life and shit. Don't do that, especially with bitches, bro. Especially if you ain't got much going on, because you're gonna expose yourself. for the quote loser you are. You know. He said, I can confirm though. He said, I can confirm that though. One time a black woman thought I was gay just because I wasn't coming on to her and she was married and I know her. Yeah. See, that's another thing too. And you know, and I used to talk about this all the time on my whole channel. Well, I'll bring it up briefly for black girls too. If you a nigga and you're not trying to flirt with them, they're gonna think you gay off of that. Flat out. If you're a nigga, if you're a black dude, if you don't flirt, if you don't try to flirt and go out your way to quote spit game to a black woman that's in close proximity of you, even if she don't like you, she just want to know if you like what you see. If you like the sisters, she's gonna think something off with you or you gay. I'm gonna be real. You know, if you walk by a black girl, you ain't looking up and down, drooling out the mouth and shit. You don't got that hunger, look in your eyes, that death stare. She gonna think, you acting like a bitch. She gonna think you acting like a little bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, what's up with him? She wanna be able to reject you, whether through a body language or verbally, but she just want the opportunity to garner or get some of your energy and just be able to reject you. But she just want to know. She want that feel good validation that a nigga feeling her. If she don't get that from you, oh, that nigga probably gay. That nigga, something wrong with him. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If you do too much, like for example, now if you walk by a chick or a chick around you and you just not paying her no mind, nothing wrong with that, right? That's what I do. Like fuck all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But if you do too much to where like, let's say a bitch accidentally bump into you and then you go like, ugh, and you like snap your neck, you're like, ugh. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I can't blame a bitch for thinking your ass gay, cause it's like, come on, man. You do it too much, man. You know. Don't go overboard with the shit. Get away from me, ill. You got cuties. Yeah. She gonna think your ass sweet. But shit, I do that shit. I be like, I'll be around a bitch. I don't make eye contact with her or nothing. It's like, wow, for what? And I know how that's gonna play out. You just want my attention because I'm the new guy, and half the time that's what it is. If you're the new guy to a situation, nothing beats new, right? Nothing beats new. You're gonna get attention when you're the new guy, as long as you're not hideous. They just gonna, try to figure you out and then try to see where your head at. And then boom, they're gonna move on to the next. That's all it's gonna be. You're the cool guy until the new guy comes in. Like, that's what I always say. You're the cool guy to the next new guy shows up. You the man now till the new guy comes to town. He said, I think she liked me and expected me to get aggressive with her. Get aggressive, assertive. Arrogant. Get up on her. She want to know if you want her. If you want a boner. What up, Lil Beezy? He said, did you call in sick today? I did, man. How you knew that, Max? Because I told your ass I was going to do that. I did. I called out. And you know what? I don't feel no fucks about it, man. I don't feel bad about it. I really don't. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Shit, I've been watching Disney Plus. I cleaned up around earlier. I cleaned up good. It felt good cleaning up. You say, if I ain't going to work today, I at least need to do something. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't about to be completely fucking lazy. I gotta do some productive shit. I cleaned up, felt good about the shit, man. I cleaned up in spots I never cleaned up before. Pause. I cleaned the side of the oven, air fryer. I cleaned the goddamn microwave. Shit, look at your microwave, man. Some of y'all need to walk in the kitchen right now. Your microwave dirty, man. Clean that shit, bro. I cleaned the microwave. I cleaned up under the sink. Yeah. I put myself to use today. But, I didn't feel bad for calling out of work, man. I said, man, shit. Like I said, in my situation, this job about to end anyway. It is what it is, man. I missed out on the day of money. I ain't gonna lie. It is what it is, man. But man, fuck all that, man. I low-key feeling gloomy today. Feeling a little fucked up, man. But I just don't care, man. This point in life, bro, I really don't give a shit what's going on, man. I'm aware, but I just don't give a shit. I don't give a damn. So you know my life so well. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy out here, man. But a lot of motherfuckers are unmotivated, man. A lot of motherfuckers are not motivated this day and age. There's like really not much to look forward to. Not really much to look forward to, man. Like that shit. That's why I made that video. I think I titled it, "Damn, you really gonna die lonely and sad," or some shit like that. I made it last week. It was just like, bro, this is a real life, bro. You get to thinking like, damn, man, this is real life. This is real life, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die. You're gonna die, man. Probably not happy. Who knows, man? I don't know. Maybe you'll be happy when you die. I don't know. But like I was saying, it's so bad, man. You be down so bad. The first time a woman just give you slight energy, or just maybe to the slightest flirt with you, you'll be hooked and attached to her. You'll be daydreaming about her. I'm talking about, but it's that bad, bro. Like you just yearning for that connection. You don't even know how bad you want it until you come across it. You're like, nah, I don't care for all that. Let a bitch come up and smile to you right now, nigga. It's gonna expose yourself. You're gonna be still home thinking about that bitch 5 hours later. Like, damn. Yeah, that's what you really want. We just be real about it. That's why when I was at the airport, that supervisor chick, that Puerto Rican lady, like I said, I didn't know she was flirting with me. Cause I used to keep to myself, I was doing security. Then, when I realized I think she flirted with me and shit, and I responded back, and then, okay, I think she liked me, man. I was hooked on to her, man. Because it felt good. And I don't know when the next time some shit like that gonna happen. I might not get a bitch to like me again. I don't know. That's it. It's a wrap, man. That's why that shit hurt, man, when she got fired, bro. That shit like, damn, wow, it was right there. Like I had it. I just took too long to ask for her number. I was sitting there playing it cool and shit. The bitch, she got fired the Memorial Day weekend. I want to be able to text a woman, bro, that I'm actually happy to talk to. I want to be able to text a woman and maybe even sext, freaky text with her and stuff, and say little slick, flirty things. And you know what I'm saying? It just feels good, man. It raises that dopamine inside of your brain. It's motivating. Put a pep in your step when you go about your day. Like, niggas ain't got this shit. That's why I'm understanding when motherfuckers feel lazy. Just like, bro, I'm not even gonna judge niggas. The niggas who all serious about work and working 2-3 jobs, they probably got a wife and kids, man. And I'm not saying I want a wife and all that or kids, but it's like I still want that connection. Low key. If I just be honest about it. And I think I haven't been this direct about this particular topic in a while. Because I do be saying I don't care about bitches. Because I don't. But like I said, I do. I think we all have an underlying desire and a yearning for that connection with the opposite sex. Like it wouldn't hurt to have it type shit. But for the most part, I do avoid bitches. I ain't gonna lie. Because it's just all a waste of time anyway. They just want your attention, if that. And it just seems like shit just leads to disappointment every time. He said, I'm a little socially awkward and I don't really go out. That's why I have no girl Hey, a lot of people can relate to that. I'm a little socially awkward myself, you know. Like I don't care to engage in group talks. I could talk to a girl one on one, you know, but it would have to be like a brief conversation. Like talking all day and shit. It's why I'm just naturally not inclined to have a girlfriend probably because it's just not for me. Unless she's like a weirdo like me. She had to be like an outcast type of chick. But most chicks, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a people person like that. I ain't trying to be around nobody all day. But like I said, I wouldn't mind like a casual buddy. That's all I really want. If I had to describe what I want, just a casual friendship, friends with benefits type thing, you know, a temporary connection, maybe 2, 3 hours out the day, maybe 5 hours out the day, kicking it in the boom, you know, going about my way. She do her thing, but we constantly link up. We still text each other, and she's a girl I'm actually attracted to. Like that's but it's not a lot but it is a lot. I'm not asking for much, but it's a lot to ask for. Apparently, like if you know, if you know. But sometimes it feels like we're forced to deal with the pain of rejection while these chicks sit back and watch. I mean, you gotta think. Technically, they're the gatekeepers. They're the ones that make incels and niggas out here in droughts and low key. You could say, well, work on yourself, bro. Some niggas work on themselves, man, and still don't amount, get shit. Or amount to shit in bitches' eyes, but some of this shit be really out of niggas' control or people control, man. I've had those I've had those superstitious thoughts before, like what if the girls they're all in it together telepathically on some telepath communication, they all telling each other, oh yeah, don't entertain this dude right here. They're secretly marking you somewhere. You're on a do not entertain list. You got the do not disturb. You're the do not entertain. You're on the do not entertain list. Oh, that's the one guy that the girl was telling, don't look at him. Mm-mm. I know it's far fetched, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is real, but it's just like I thought, some sci-fi shit. Your ass is marked somewhere. You have an X over your head. Oh, he's a rejected one. Mm-mm. That's the rejected prince. Oh, the rejected prince? He's a little different. He kind of cute, but he a little ugly. Oh, you can flirt with him a little bit, but don't give him no pussy. Just flirt with him. Get his hopes up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro. you know. He ain't fully initiated to the sexual underworld. You know what I'm saying? He could put his toes in the water, but he ain't fully in the water like that. You know what I'm saying? You can flirt with him a little bit. You grab his muscles and shit, but don't give him no booty. Blacklisted, yeah, hey. Motherfuckers blacklisted, man. He said Diosa was behind that. Oh man, not Diosa. Goddamn, man, fuck Diosa, man. Goddamn Diosa, that was my baby. But fuck her. I was thinking to myself about Diosa yesterday, man, while I was at work. Like just frustrated, bro, because y'all understand that. Do you know the pain of being around a girl you find so attractive? And she got a nice ass. If you're an ass person, you like ass. And you forced to look at that shit, man, and there's nothing you could do about it. Like, they cool with you, but that's all it could be. That shit infuriate your ass, low key. Nigga turn to Thanos and shit inside, bro. And she knows that you like her. That's the thing. This is a situation she knows you like her, and it's like an inside joke amongst her peers and the few coworkers that know. They joke about y'all and stuff, but it's not going nowhere. No matter what you do, nothing's clicking. That's a fucking horrible situation to find yourself in, man. I mean, the bitch was married, but shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Fuck that nigga, man. Anyways, he said, he said she made sure to get fired. Oh damn. He said, yeah, I'm through with that shit. I don't think I'm gonna try that shit ever again, especially that freaky tech shit. Oh, we talking about with old girl. Yeah, Mars, you say so, man. He said when you're rejected so much, you just want to guard yourself, but then when you don't make moves, you still lose. You know what I'm saying? It's like a situation. If you don't make a move, you're gonna be invisible or just looked at in passing. But if you present yourself, you're gonna get rejected. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those situations. It's tough. And then God forbid you get mixed signals every blue moon, every now and then. A bitch acting like she like you, but it's just surface level shit. Never nothing deeper. It's a tricky situation. At least you know if you're hideous and ugly. Okay. Bitches just ain't ever gonna really give you the time of day. It sucks, but it's like at least you know for sure. But when you were like in the gray area, you get mixed signals and shit. It's like you don't really know. You kind of know where you stand, but the minute you about to give up and lose all hope, here come this one. It's one bit of good energy strolling by. This one bitch. It might be a coworker or some bitch in the store smiling. You know, I feel like universe be playing games, man. And I've been talking about this shit since my old channel. Like, you know, I just don't make videos talking about this stuff, but you know, it be feeling like universe playing games with your ass. Catch me if you can, looking ass. He said the $300 that Ebony chick tried to charge you was going to go toward the Diosa commission. Oh my god! And that sex with her was good. That black woman, cause I hadn't fucked a black woman in forever. I ain't gonna lie, I really get black bitches. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? But that black bitch early this year, I ain't gonna lie, that was some good ass shit, man. But like again, everything got a catch to it. That bitch tried to ask me for $300 out of nowhere, and I ain't have it. She switched up on me, and I wasn't gonna give her no $300 any goddamn way. Bitch, I don't even know your first name. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, well, I think I did, but I don't like you like that for real. You know, the sex was good, but you know, you thought I was some soft punk pussy ass nigga, man. I'm a simp for your ass. Now, if it was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real. If it was like $50 or something, I would, you know what I'm saying? Just cause, okay, we already fucked and shit. It's not like I didn't fuck and I'm giving her money. Okay, you know what, bitch, $300. The first time you asked me for some money, you shoot for the stars. $300, that's crazy. In this economy, I mean, if I had it like that, I mean, I don't know. Some niggas probably would give her that. That's crazy though, man. Like she tried to turn me to a John. You know, a John's nigga that paid for prostitutes. You try to turn me to a John or some shit. A client. Like, bitch, we never discuss money and shit. That's why I said, I don't care if a bitch thinks she like you or whatever. At some point, she gonna charge you, bro. Not charge you, but at some point, she gonna want some money. One way or another out of you. You never just gonna fuck a bitch for free forever. Like, it might go on for a while. At some point, she gonna want more out of you. You know? Especially if she like a single mom or some shit. He said, Prince, what's more important for a young man? Getting a lot of hookups or getting into a relationship with one woman and falling in love? I say, I mean, like, that's perception though, man. That's perception. My answer isn't the infinite, the ultimate right choice of answer. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to say so on that. I feel like both aren't bad. Some people feel like love don't exist. Some people say it do. I don't know. I feel like some people are in love. Most stuff is lust, but I think some people really are genuinely in love with each other. It depends, man. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to sleep with a lot of women. Let's be honest. Who doesn't want to fuck a lot of bad bitches? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. He said, I'm tired of getting shut down and rejected. Even sending a risky rated PG text. Shit is just pure humiliation. That's what I'm saying. Like, no matter what it is, man. I mean, it's always gonna be. It just seems like it's always some form of rejection just sitting there waiting. It don't matter if the bitch was looking you up and down like she wanted to eat you up. That bitch even reject your ass. You know? Like I said, how can you expect motherfuckers to be optimistic about women and stuff? They just constantly getting rejected no matter what angle they take. No matter what you do. Oh, you should have did it this way. You should have did it that other way. Like, nigga, it don't matter, bro. Sometimes ain't really nothing you can do. All you can do is be yourself. The bitch fuck with you, she fuck with you, man. You know? You just don't got it like that. You don't got it like that. No. He said, are you familiar with Romeo Roadmap? What is that? What is Romeo Roadmap? Romeo Roadmap to Juliet? He said, my side chick ain't trying to slide tonight because she mad my boy posted it on the story. What you mean? He said, what are some good ways to make a move? Make a move? For real, I'm asking you guys. What you laughing at, Lil Will? What do you mean make a move? You talking about like on a girl? That's subjective, man. That's subjective. You know, it's just the cliche advice. You know, don't compliment her. You know, when you approach her, don't compliment. Don't call her beautiful. Don't, you know, talk about the sky. Talk about the time. Anything. Just don't call her beautiful, man. Like, you know, motherfuckers got all this advice and shit. Like, it don't matter how you approach the bitch. The bitch like you, she like you, man. You know, either you got it or you don't. Oh, my bad. My bad. I must have missed some comments because my comments wasn't filtered. Stargazer said he want to fuck buddy. He said, man, learn something like how to DJ or MC from your uncle because chicks will come fuck with you. So all three of my bros got numbers last night. Oh, yeah? No, I used to work with this old black man. He was working it temporarily at this job I was at. He came to my job, worked there for a month. He was an older dude, man. And he was a DJ. And he told me, man, you know, he's like, yeah, he said, them girls be flirting with him and stuff. I don't know if they serious because he's like an old man, but they'll be flirting with him and shit. You know, you can tell he probably was a player back then when he was younger. So, I mean, DJs do get played, man. DJs do get played. You know. And both my uncles, you know, I ain't gonna lie. One was recently, you know what I'm saying? He was murdered recently, but both my uncles were on DJs. You said Diosa was dangling that booty over your head. You'll never man. Hell nah. You can look, but no touch, no touch, no touch, Papa. No Diosa. You can look at my big booty, my Linda Kula, but you cannot touch. Yeah, he asked what are ways to make a move. I mean, it depends on the situation, bro. Yeah, that's really subjective, man. It depends on the context of the situation. He said, hey, man, stop trying to talk to that white girl. That white girl. Hell no, I ain't talking to that white. You talking about that lady at the job? Hell no. She be looking at me and shit or whatever. But like I said, man, I don't think 'cause she like me. She probably want to see if I'm checking her out. She seemed cool though. I ain't gonna lie. She seemed cool, but I'm good, man. It's like I cannot escape it. Every job I go to, I be thinking, okay, unless if it's some kind of woman there, it's like usually it's an older woman, or if it's some kind of woman there, it's like I feel some kind of tension or something. So it be showing me like, you know, in a perfect world, man, life could have been better, but it just never leads to nothing. Like I said, even that security job, I literally talked to nobody. Swear to God, I was short to work. go to that little booth, that area, chill to myself, man. Be on my phone, writing lyrics or whatever I feel like doing. And the bitch came in my area and started fucking with me. even that got fucked up because the bitch got fired. Like right when tension was building up. Like I just stay away from bitches at this point. It just fucking pissed me off, man. You come fucking with me, then you want to disappear on me. I don't care if the bitch got fired, bitch. Why'd you get fired at this time? Nah, look, you want to go choke the bitch. Fucking with my goddamn emotions. The fuck? You could have left my ass alone, man. Leave my lonely ass alone. Even pimps get rejected a lot. So I guess it's part of the game. Yeah, but it's not normal to just only get rejected, man. Rejection ain't shit when your success rate is evenly matched or more. Rejection is just another day in the office for them niggas. You know, but it ain't nothing. Like it's like a brush on the shoulder. When rejection is your fucking life, that's different, man. It depends on, man. It's different levels of this shit. I wouldn't care to get rejected either, man. I get it, you know what I'm saying? If I know out of 10 bitches, I get at least 3. That's not bad. 3 quality bitches out of 10, shit. That's actually real good. But nigga, if you know for sure, like man, bitches just ain't feeling you like that. I mean, rejection will fucking shut your whole day down. It's like a blow to the fucking liver. Mike Tyson just delivered a killer uppercut to your rib cage, man. You ready to go sit your ass down somewhere? You out to win. Oh shit! I can't live no more. Yeah, man, rejection hit different, man. He said, I believe she works with Ron Wills. The Body Gang. Body Gang. Who worked with Ron Wills? What up, Emmanuel? It's a nightlife get old as fuck, but I ain't gonna lie, Prince. You gotta get into it on the side. The nightlife. How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. Leg out. I gotta get inside the club, huh? I can't be hate from outside the club. I gotta get inside the club, Abel. Look at me now. Look at me now. Hey. But yeah, that's some real shit, man. Question, you like head better or pussy? I don't really stress about head like that. It'd be cool, man. To me, head is an asset. Like, you know, if a bitch get head, all right, cool. I'm more of a, I need to look at that ass, jiggle while I hit it from the back. You know, that makes me feel whole and complete in that moment. You know, but head, you know, getting a bitch sucking my dick wouldn't be bad, man. It wouldn't be bad. It's cool. It's a cool asset. I want to know it's available if I want it type shit, but I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? If I go to ask the bitch to give me some head, and she said, I don't really like sucking, I might have a problem with that. It's like, damn, bitch. I ain't gonna kill to get it, but damn, like, at least I want to know I can get it if I ask for it. I might feel some. That's what that black bitch did. She didn't really like sucking dick, but she wanted me to fucking pound her from the back. Like, it's cool and all, you know what I'm saying? But damn, you gonna suck a nigga dick? And he want to turn around and ask me for $300. Like I'm obligated, bitch. Hell nah. You don't want me to record, and you don't want to suck my dick. Fuck no. I ain't got no $300 for your black ass. Go put on some goddamn cocoa butter and get your ashy black ass on somewhere. Bitch. He said, on me, single females with their groups gonna always want to get into the DJ booth and come fuck with you. I would be a good DJ. I got a good ear for music. He said, question for everyone. When y'all go out, do you stay local or try another city or town? It'd be cool. I ain't gonna lie. It'd be cool to try another city or town. It'd be cool to do that. Because you could just crash out, bro. You could just be yourself. You ain't gotta worry about running into people from high school or some shit. Or co-workers. You could just go ball out in a place where nobody knows you. I always said that if I travel some shit, I'm gonna approach like crazy because it's like, nigga, I'm not even from here. I'm not gonna see you. I'm not gonna see you again. I'm not gonna see you again. I'm just gonna approach and approach and approach. But if you approaching the area where you frequent and you go too often, that's kind of risky. You gotta be careful, man. Like you don't want to do no goofy shit. You don't even want to be seen rejected. That's the tricky part about being the tricky part about approaching. If you get rejected and other bitches see it, it's like it don't matter if you look good, man. Like it just lowers the attraction for you by default. Unless a bitch can see past that, like, oh, he probably cool. She probably just being a dick, you know. Some bitches might still fuck with you. But you don't even want to be seen being rejected in front of bitches. I don't know if y'all ever experienced that. That shit embarrassing. You ever been given a cold shoulder and there was people around? Oh my God. Like you go to talk to a bitch and she walk by like she don't see you. You looking dead at her, but she looking straight forward, like, and then walk past your goofy ass. that shit is like damn the next level embarrassment, bro. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, for real, for real. So it might not bother some people, but and they ain't a position you want to be caught in. Hey, excuse me, miss. Hey, man. And that bitch keep walking, and you can see in her eye, you can see that she kind of like shifted her eyes to look at you for a split second in the corner of her eyes, but just continued to proceed further and move past your ass. Man, like, bitch, I know you saw me. Yeah, she saw you and she heard your ass, but she ain't, she good. And you can't bounce back from it. You can't like run up behind her. Ma'am, I don't know if you heard me, but now you're gonna make it worse. Get away from me. But nah, yeah, you don't wreak havoc in that motherfucker's store now. Now all the other girls gonna chip in and be like, what's he doing? Now you look like the creep. Yeah, man. Being rejected, man, you just gotta take that shit on the chin and keep it pushing. I just assume a bitch heard me. Even if she probably didn't hear me, it's best to assume the bitch heard you. She just not interested. That's like the other bitch at when I was working security at the airport outside of the Puerto Rican one. I started flirting with another one. She was cute. And I showed y'all the video of when she got in my booth and shit, acting like she was looking for something. I tried to ask for a number, low key, in Spanish, and she smiled and stuff. But she was driving off. I didn't catch what she was saying. But I took it as a rejection because it's like she really wanted it or wanted me to have her number. She would have stayed there. I don't know what she said, but I knew she was smiling. She kind of laughing. She said something, and I just let her. Like I said, I just assumed the worst. Like, all right, but I played it cool. Like next time I saw her, I just say, hey, I still show good energy, but I wasn't about to try no more. Good, man. I'm just at that point now. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Sometimes you gotta assume the worst when it comes to bitches. Said Rodeo Roadmap. Her name is Brittany. Oh, now I don't know who. Is she an influencer or something like that? He said, had a German chick last night. Asked me if we could play Saweetie, my type. And she was throwing that German ad back on Brody. He said, I said I was going to start going places. So usually I stick to one town, city, but it's best to try different scenery. I'm in San Diego, so everything I need out here. He said, I'm thinking about trying a different town or city. Local doesn't hit anymore, especially on the weekends. He said I should go out tomorrow night, see what happens. He said, got the Snow Bunny area, college area, like Latinas area, black area, EDM area, military chicks. He said, man, I don't try. He said, I approach different types of women. Society expects you to keep going. It's like, this sucks, man. Yeah, it's just a big humiliation ritual, man, for men. That's how society is set up. And really the way the game is set up naturally, damn near, is like women. It's almost like if you don't participate in the humiliation ritual in this quote game of life and chasing bitches, you automatically seen as outcast. And you kind of like pretty much done away with. It's either be a select dude, be born a super attractive tall dude or some shit, be a guy that bitches want, or if you're not that, just be a simp. Just play the game, be a simp. Don't fight it, man. Just play, be a part of the system. Be a simp. Chase bitches attention and validation. Give them free validation. And, let girls reject you politely and not really want to deal with you like that. And just be that. Either or. Or be a gay dude. It's like either three. If you don't want to be any of those, man, look, you're good. You're good as gone. You're trash. Girls look at you as trash. Like you're a creep. You're weird, ill. Like your mom's a woman. You need to treat women with respect. What are you doing? You need to chase after me so I can reject you. No, I don't like you, but I want to know if you do like me so I can reject you. It's like, I'm saying, either be a select dude, or be a fucking what they call beta male. Chase out the bitches. Because you're a man, you're supposed to chase. You're supposed to pursue women. You're a predator, man. You're a hunter-gatherer. Put your hunter-gathering instincts to use and chase after that pussy, man. Work hard. Self-improve, man. Chase the bitches, bro. What are you doing, bro? Hit the gym. Get some bitches, bro. Become a simp, bro. Like I said, either be that, be select, or be a fag. It's like if you're not that, you're an outcast of society. You're not participating in the game. How dare you step out of this humiliation, a matrix? For example, the point I'm trying to make is I'm gonna just give an example or scenario to make you understand where I'm getting at. Let's say I work, for example, right? You got girls at your job. Girls, they'll fuck with you, right? They might not necessarily want to fuck you or have sex with you, but they will vibe with you if you're willing to try to be cool and be buddies with them and run under them and simp and cater to them. They'll be neutral with you to the least or to the most. But if you're a dude who acts indifferent, you keep your distance, you ain't giving them no attention, you ain't trying to give them no type of validation, you ain't up under them complimenting them all the time, you ain't staring at their booty like all the other niggas. Like, hey, gonna lie, girls might low-key resent your ass. They might feel some way about you. Some girls will hate on you just for not participating in that ritual, man. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Or for the gay dude that, or the gay like dude who's like a gay friend or some shit, she'll fuck with him. It's like if you don't fit these certain categories as a man, like women really ain't gonna fuck with you. They really gonna hate your ass. And it's like sometimes it's almost like they could read that shit on you. Some bitches have a problem with you. They don't even know you. It's like they already done detected that shit. They could sense on you like, oh, something about him different. Like, I don't know. I already don't like that dude. That's why a bitch look at you with a look of disgust sometimes. What up, Netson? He said, the times I've approached, even 4 is rejected, but when I approach, he said, but when I don't approach, a 9 out of 10 is a choosing. Yeah. I know you're talking about. Or just be a decent looking chick and whatever. Like I said, yeah, that's pretty much my situation sometimes. Like I said earlier, if I show any type of interest in women, it'll never happen. Even if I'm not physically showing it, if I'm just thinking about women and shit, it's like there's nothing. But if I literally mind my business and shit, and go on about my day, live my life, every blue moon, every now and then, a pretty chick, low key be kind of like filling you out, checking you out or some shit. It ain't an everyday thing, but it's like you said, just every now and then type shit. But it's weird, bruh. It is weird. But you have to genuinely just not giving a fuck. But anytime I just got this shit on my mind, I'm fantasizing about women and shit. When I leave the house, it's like bitches just repelled by me, like disgusted with me. And mind you, I'm not even like aggressively approaching bitches. I might just have it on my mind. And bitches like, because I don't know. It's like it just set up to where bitches just ain't gonna fuck with me. You know? But I just look at it like, it's like something playing games with your ass. But it's kind of like you in that gray area. Sort of in that gray area. But he said, I ain't with the flex. But in a big city, that's a lot of more females to fuck with. He said, how you been? Oh, I've been alright, man. I've been alright, man. And today, like I said, I called out today. I was just chilling. Even got some pizza and shit, man. It's one of them days, man. I ain't gonna cap, man. It's one of them days. It's Friday. I got Disney Plus playing in the background. I was in the mood to watch some Marvel shit. This some horror movie shit. This some other shit, though. I'm just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? It's night winding down, getting dark outside. I know the club life going on downtown area. Here I am just chilling in the house, man. Old lady gone. She with her parents and shit. She probably be coming back soon. Low key want to get my own spot soon. Or really, I might just go back to the trap house for real. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling it heavy on my spirit for a while, just to, kind of like try to move on my own type shit. But I've yet to really find a secure job situation, man. Like I be working and shit, but it's like that job with Diosa, that was the longest job I had in a while. Like I worked there for like 11 months. It was almost a year. Before that, I only had a job for like a few months. Last time I had a long job was 2020 to 2022. So like what, almost, it was like 2 years. 2 years and 8 months, matter of fact. Since then, man, it's been job hopping. I ain't gonna lie. I be at a job for like 5 months to the most, 6 months, and then something happen. Or I get uncomfortable and leave, you know what I'm saying? Mental health is real, man. Like, but sometimes people just have trouble following them, man. Like, should it be good and then something to happen? It's like now you feel uncomfortable and shit. Or you'll go to a job, you'll start a job, be there for a few weeks, you're not really feeling it. So it's really hard to really come up financially, man, if you constantly in that situation. He said, man, you still in your prime. Pack the bags up and get your championship somewhere else, G. I'm thinking about doing what I did when I was 18, man. When I ran away from home. I ran away, man. I just crashed out. I crashed out. I took a plane, man. And I flew all the way to Texas. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. Somebody just told me. Well, I just felt to go to Texas, man. I had no plan, bro. I had no plan. And I'd be like, damn, I really did that shit. Because I would do it now, but I don't really feel no reason to do it now. Like, I really saved the little money I had and use that shit. I ain't had no money saved up or nothing. I just had enough money for a ticket and maybe a few days in the fucking hotel room. I didn't give a shit at the time, bro. I was just, I don't know. I don't know, man. Something in me told me just run away, run off, man. Start fresh somewhere, and just see what come of it. Even if I gotta be homeless for a while, if I just stick through it, eventually things will work out. You know what I'm saying? And things, they have to work out eventually. Like, had I just, I don't think I'd still be homeless to this day. Like, eventually, something would have worked out. Would have found a job somewhere, and maybe would have got the room in with somebody. You know. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking about just, I pick a random state, man, and I just fly to that shit. The housing in the area, or whatever, or see they got shelters. I mean, whatever, man. Start from the ground up if I got to. Sometimes, man, relocation can enter you into a whole nother phase in your life. Sometimes it be like a spiritual veil over where you at. You up under a veil, like a spiritual blockage. But he said, I get that also. When I'm thirsty and chasing, they want nothing to do with me. But when I give up and just do me, they start. Yes, what I'm saying, yeah. When you ready to throw in the towel, you just really just like, I ain't gonna say throw in the towel. A nigga low key already done did that. But you know what I mean. You just like, man, fuck all this shit, man. You literally just moving without care. Like, at least with me, I don't know about you, but like, I be moving like I just gave up in life. I ain't gonna lie. Like, nigga, I don't got a haircut, bro. I need a haircut bad. I just be walking around. I just don't give a shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it be them times a bitch and low key will show some kind of like slight choosing signal or some shit. When you genuinely in your mind just kind of like, man, fuck all this shit. But when you optimistic and grooming and shit, do all this extra shit, making sure your hair look good and smell good, you feel good, but it's like, and people might feel your energy or whatever, but it ain't nothing ever serious. Like, it's like, ain't nobody really fucking with you for real. That shit be weird. So that shows me what really matters is that I don't give a fuck attitude. It is something about that energy is attractive. When you just generally don't give a fuck. And people could see that shit. It's good to be positive and optimistic, but sometimes that shit overrated. When it's, it gotta be a balance. Too much of anything is bad. This Elmo looking motherfucker. Elmo likes to be happy looking ass. Just over here just singing to the sky and shit, skipping. But he said, Diosa, you played your cards right with her, only for you to lose your temper and lost her forever. Yeah, leave me alone, Max. He said, I'm working a temp job, parking cars. Hey, shit. I ain't gonna lie. I applied for a job like that a couple weeks ago. They actually hit me back up, but I ain't go through with it. I ain't gonna lie. I think they was only paying like $14 an hour or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like I said, this job I'm working at now paying 21, but they about to close down soon in a couple of weeks. So it's just like, I can always go back to a security job or that job with Licks. I could go back to that. The lady told me to hit her up whenever I'm available for a full schedule. They was gonna have me work on the weekends. I told her I was working the job already. But I said, nah, I'd rather just work when I'm able to work a full schedule. She said, all right, well, keep my number saved and hit me up. I was like, all right, baby. So I might just hit her up. Because, this job about to end anyway. And that job with Licks, but they only paying, I think that job paying $15 an hour, and it's bi-weekly, man. That bi-weekly pay, I don't fuck with that shit, man. Getting paid every 2 weeks, I hate that shit. Remember, I was working that job when I was working 2 jobs. When I was working with that job with Diosa, and I get off that job and go down the road around the corner to this other job with Licks. Licks, the girl. And people that know that inside shit, but so working 2 jobs, right? It's supposed to help your income, but it didn't really feel like much because I'm one job. I gotta wait 2 weeks to get that check. So it's like you still really getting your one paycheck from your one job, and you gotta wait 2 weeks to get the other one. Like, but like I said, man, if I see licks, then man, shit. If I see licks again, man, it's on site. He said, I thought he said fuck taxes. He said Texas. I just realized taxes and Texas literally got the same words. I thought he said fuck taxes. I'm like, all right, I was about to say, oh damn, all right, Wesley Snipes. I like the energy, man. I see some people on certain videos, they were saying how, how is the economy so bad and shit, motherfuckers is trying to make it out here. They're like, man, I don't give a fuck about my credit score and shit. I ain't gonna lie, like, on some shit, bro. I didn't know. I low key feel that way. Like, and I know I'm not. I don't need y'all to preach to me. I know credit score is good and all that. I'm just saying on some real shit. Sometimes I be like, man, fuck all that shit. Man, I just want to make some money, man. And hey, however I make it, how I make it, bro. Like it already stressful enough just to, you know what I'm saying. But I seen people saying that shit like, man, I don't give a damn about a credit score at this point. They're like, man, fuck my 401k, man. Shit, I might just get my money out. Shit, like, nigga saving all this money for retirement, nigga. You might not even live to see retirement. You might have, 5 years of retirement to enjoy. You don't know how long you're gonna live. Like, shit. La 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 la, Elmo's world. Look at that. He said, yeah, bro, even when I was dressing by me, I just had that attitude and I was still getting some type of attention. Oh yeah. He said, bro didn't lose his temper. They also wanted to keep you in a certain role, work boyfriend, free attention guy. Yeah. I did lose my temper though. I ain't gonna lie. I did lose my temper a little bit. Like I ain't like snap, but I did kind of lose my cool. I tried to play it off, you know what I'm saying? And I think she peeped that. That'll definitely turn off a girl, bro. Ava said, fuck that too. For the taxes. He said, fuck taxes. Yeah, man. Shit. Yeah, fuck a goddamn credit score. Fuck that shit, man. But I ain't gonna lie, if you ain't got no good credit score, it's gonna be hard to. It's still ways, you know what I'm saying? It's still ways to get around in this world and economy. You still can get a house or a place to stay with a not so good credit score. But it's better to have a good credit score, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, we in a day and age, you can find ways to work around that shit. People will work with you. The money talks nowadays. Man, that water be good, man. You ever go a whole day without drinking some water? You just feel that urge to just quench your thirst, man. You drink some water, your goddamn eyes start watering. Shit be so goddamn good. Oh shit. Or you ever wake up in the middle of the night, parched as hell, thirsty as hell, you gotta run to that goddamn kitchen. Get you some water. You said, in my opinion, it ain't about what's right or wrong. It's just about what makes you happy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all about what makes you happy, man. Success is perspective, bro. Whatever you feel successful for you is all that matters. You're just everybody too busy trying to live up to social media expectations of what success is. They're too busy comparing themselves to the next person. You feel like you ain't got a Lambo, you ain't got a Maserati, you ain't successful. You feel like you ain't got the baddest bitches, you ain't successful. Like your success could be simply you saving a certain amount of money in your account. Your success could be you journaling something inside of your notebook in the morning. every day and staying consistent with that. Your success could be lifting a certain amount of weight in the gym. You know, everybody's success will be different, man. Like it don't gotta be one thing. You know, your success is your personal achievement. What makes you feel satisfied and content. Some people's success could be, hey, I got me a studio room, a one bedroom apartment. I'm chilling. I got me a video game. I got me a microwave, a refrigerator, a goddamn pillow to lay on. I don't care if it's a mattress on the ground. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be a goddamn 2-story house and all this shit, a white picket fence. Like, who cares, bro? Unless you doing that shit to impress bitches. I mean, that's really the only time that shit supposedly matters. You trying to impress some type of bitches, a certain caliber, quality of bitches. But that shit is a phase. That shit gonna phase out anyway. That bitch could lose attraction for you down the road. You constantly doing shit to impress bitches, that probably ain't got your best interest at hand anyway. And niggas have all this shit together and still get cheated on, from what I'm seeing. I seen a video like that yesterday. And this was like a Tyrone, was like a hood Mexican dude, Spanish dude. One of the bad boy niggas look, you know, at least he looked like a bad boy type. He found out his girlfriend fucked her friend's man. I'm like, that's crazy. And he following her, yelling at her in public and shit. She walking to the parking lot to her car. He just yelling, she just walking. And she just kind of like get him to go. Like, that's horrible, man. He's like, I dropped the bag. He was like, I dropped the bag. I spent $1,000 or 10,000, some shit. I give you a $10,000 in the span of such and such amount of years or some shit he was saying. And you do some fuck shit like that, you ain't shit. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I give my life to you. You got niggas out here getting their heart broke, bro. Street niggas, man. Like, these hoes are never satisfied, man. I don't see how people could watch that or hear about that shit and still put their faith in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Hey, I mean, to each their own, man. To each their motherfucking own. He said, girl at my job trying to get my attention. Bad. Third day in a row, she went out of her way to speak to me. That's how I be. That's how I be. That's why I don't like working with girls, bro. I mean, I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't. You know? And it's, I'm gonna be honest, because I feel like I'll disappoint them. Because some girls might be attracted to you from a distance, but then it's like they might feel like you're a lame or some shit. Or they might just feel like you're a little too different. Or you just ain't what they thought. You know, people like the fantasy. They like the fantasy and the imagination of what you could be. That's what keep people. That's why sometimes it's best to keep shit at a distance. That's why they say mystery sometimes better to be a mystery. And I brought it up yesterday. It goes both ways. Sometimes in a situation where you thought you was attracted to a girl, and then you hear her talk, or you might interact with her, have a conversation with her, or some shit. You break the ice, and you be like, she cool, but yeah, come on, man. Y'all never experienced that before. Like a girl, like you thought she was cute, you know, that she might have been, but then when you like really heard her talk, how she conduct herself, like something just kind of like, I mean, she cool, you know. Like, it could go both ways, bro. You like the fantasy of her, you like the idea of her, and then porn too. That porn affecting your brain. You looking at her with a perspective from a porno point of view, whatever you want to call it. You just think about the sex shit, but you gotta realize this is a human being. She might be goofy as fuck. She might like to burp after she drank soda and shit. You know, you know what I'm saying? She might burp like a man or some shit. A goddamn Shrek. And you might just look at her different, like, damn. You know? That bitch might talk about farting or some shit around her. She might be joking with her homegirls and say, like, girl, I wear a thick pair of jeans and that fart still come through. You know, I'm just, giving an example. I'm not saying I ever heard that before. But it is some shit like a bitch can say some shit. You can just like, what? Yeah. But he said my supervisor says I have a temper. I realize when I'm in a standoffish mood at work is when I get the most respect from men and women there. Yeah, man. People want what they can't have. It's just human nature. And they say, why, why you stand apart from me, JJ? Let me talk to you. What the fuck did I do? What up, Antoine? What up? I'm getting to y'all comments kind of late. It's like 50 Cent said, this for the bitches, nigga. He said, serious question, Prince. But looking back, do you ever wish that you never? Yeah, I'd be thinking about that. I mean, if I was, I brought this up to myself all the time. If I could just take it all back, even if I worked at the same job, I would have never, knowing what I know, I would have never entertained her. I would have never entertained Diosa at that job, bro. I would have never drew her that picture. I would have never broke the ice with her. I would never try to get involved with her in the clique, you know, and doing that little work boyfriend girlfriend thing with her. I would have never did that shit. I would have just stayed with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Looking back, I kind of feel bad because I kind of abandoned them just because I was kind of, I was trying to be cool with the girl and shit, you know. And we wasn't like friends, me and the dudes, but I feel like I should have just stuck with more with the niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? But I was just trying to make a move on a girl, bro. Like I feel like any nigga would. If it's a girl you like. But like looking back, man, knowing what I know now, man, fuck that shit, man. He said, I already know if I was to crack, then she gonna tell her friends at work and get me caught up. Me a Usher. Caught up. Don't know what it is. She got me twisted. I'm so caught up. That bitch gonna get your ass caught up. Yeah, man. And that's the thing they say about. That's why they say don't get involved with female coworkers because you just think about the sex. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind fucking a coworker, but when you really think about it, it's a tricky situation to be in because the first time she feels some way about you, let's say she get too attached to you, she might start doing too much at work. You might get annoyed by that, and you stuck. You can't hide from the bitch. She know where you at. It ain't like you fuck somebody mad at the club or some shit, and you could block that hoe. You at work with this bitch. You might have just fucked her once or twice. You might even be feeling her like that, but she might have caught feelings for your ass. Like I said, you like the fantasy and the idea. She might not be exactly what you thought she was. And now you gotta deal with her. Anytime a bitch walk by you at work, she might be staring your ass down. Just as little as talk to a bitch in front of her. She damn near grimacing, giving you a mean mug. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit might turn to a fucking nightmare. She might go around and tell bitches your dick little or some shit, just so nobody look. You know what I'm saying? Like just cause she like you. Yeah, he dick little. He couldn't really fuck. You wonder why bitches low key not even really talking to your ass no more. Like, damn, what happened? This bitch spreading rumors about your ass. And his nuts stank. Oh man. But he said this cute snow bunny at my coffee shop. But once I saw her teeth already know. Oh, Abel, bro, chill out, man. I had to catch me off guard like that. Chill out, man. Stop it, dog. Stop. You said what I saw her teeth, bro. That's fucked up, bro. Yeah, you know you can relate to that shit. It'd be a girl with a cute ass face, bruh. And I ain't got no more straight teeth. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen a lot worse. It'd be a girl with a cute face, and then you'll see that bitch teeth up close. You just kind of staring into her mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to be mean. Oh my god, bruh. That's fucked up, Ava. You going to hell, dog. I'm playing. But yeah, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, Diosa. I thought about it back then. I was crazy about Diosa. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Diosa teeth. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm gonna be honest. At the same time, her teeth was kind of fucked up. You know, she just so cute to me. I didn't care. Cute face, big booty. That's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? But I did notice the teeth. But you said I work with the bitch and she know where you at. Yeah, man. Ain't no hiding. She know exactly where you at. That bitch might put a tag on your vehicle. She might start stalking your ass. I don't know. Some niggas be thinking they want a bitch that be obsessed with them. Or bitches, and they'll take it a little too far, man. That shit kind of scary. That shit turn into some fatal attraction. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't mind a bitch kind of being obsessed, but not like murderously obsessed. You know, I don't want a bitch stalking me with a goddamn knife. I mean, we could role play and shit, as long as she know not to take it too far. We could role play. She could hold a knife to my throat and say, "Fuck me, fuck me." Actually, nah, I don't know about all that. I'm good. I ain't doing that. Not no knife. She could hold a paper knife to my throat. Yeah, we gonna play it smart. You got a plastic knife to my throat. We gonna work our way up, bitch. Cause I gotta see if you ain't no goddamn impulsive ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is a random ass question, man. This is a random ass question. This is it's kind of crazy. Would y'all role play if a bitch told y'all to break into a house and fuck her? Like she got cause some women got these fetishes and these kinks or these things that want to act out. Like, oh, you know, I low key fantasize a man breaking into my house and taking advantage of me, making me submit to his every word, you know, making me his victim, taking me from behind, taking it at will. Like would you who would role play that shit with a bitch? Like she tell you, okay, I'm gonna be in the shower, I'm gonna leave my door unlocked. You're gonna come in my house, snoop around the kitchen and stuff, you know. You're gonna work your way upstairs and then, you know, creep your way to my room. You're gonna hear the shower water running from the bathroom. Then I want you to put your mask on and gloves. Like, man, who would do that shit, bro? I'm talking about she into it. She gonna scream and everything. A high pitched bloody scream and shit. When you catch her ass. Come here, bitch. Ah, ah, give it to me. I'm talking about this bitch coming. This bitch orgasm. All right, y'all. I'm about to get going, man. You sit here role play that shit. Oh yeah, I was thinking about a Trey song role play song. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. So she puts on a Friday the 13th mask. It's a nigga think they want that energy until shit get real. Check out the movie. Oh yeah, Obsession. Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get going, man. Yeah, he said it looked like somebody smacked their teeth with hockey puffs. That's fucked up, bro. All right, y'all, man. I'm out, bro. I'm gonna keep the live up though.